Previously on Up at Noon.
Maybe we should just out on that.
You sit on my knee. Come on.
Come here, you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Batman Arkham Origins comes out this October. He's Batman. Go see Planes.
So sorry.
We'll be right back.
So
Don't be sorry. It's
I'm sorry. Look, Batman sitting on your lap, that just ruins the character for everyone.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Up at Noon. Yes, when you think about the Dark Knight growling at Bane in Arkham Origins, remember that he sat on my lap, and he liked it. If you have a heart condition, stop watching now because this show is insane. Brian Altano is here to review the funniest movie of the weekend, and Nate Fox, game director on the PS4 exclusive infamous Second Son, is here to tell me all about the new superhero adventure. But before all that, the news you care about. After a new patch made minor changes to the game, the developers behind Call of Duty are getting death threats from fans. Man, I wonder who is teaching them to be so desensitized to murder. Every November, every year, for $60. UK retail chain ASDA has stopped selling the Wii U in order to, quote-unquote, support more successful consoles. Now, I'd love to tell you all the other stores that aren't selling any Wii U's, but this is an internet video show, not a 12-part documentary series. See, nobody's buying the Wii U, so there'd be a lot of stores. In the midst of a public Twitter spat, Fez creator Phil Fish stated that he is not only canceling Fez 2, but that he's also thinking about leaving the game industry entirely. I know, right? Man, it's just like, remember that time Shigeru Miyamoto, he went on Twitter and bitched about his job? Oh, he doesn't do that. He just makes awesome games. Got it. Okay. According to a leak from Toys R Us, the Xbox One's release date is November 29th. But take that with a grain of salt, because also, according to Toys R Us, if you put clothes on a giraffe, he'll learn how to talk and sell toys. Yup, going after everybody this week, even a f***ing giraffe. And finally, from Cheech and Chong to Harold and Kumar, the pot comedy movie genre has been through a lot over the years. Now, with the raunchy road trip movie We're the Millers coming out, what better way to celebrate than with a pun-filled movie review from our resident pot pun movie reviewer, Brian Altano. Brian!
Thanks, Greg. We're the Millers is set to blaze audiences, and it's at least the first or second funniest comedy of the weekend, unless other comedy movies that come out are funnier. Does anybody marijuana go to the movies to see it? Guess not. Greet the Millers stars Jason Sudeikis, two kids, and Trixie from the hit show Friends, who reprises her role as some girl who got sad after Brad Pitt dumped her for Angela Jolie.
Brian, a lot of that is wrong. No.
And man, have we talked about the marijuana references? Because there are a lot of them. Or should I say a pot of them? If you know what I'm talking about. He does. The script in The Great Miller's Adventure, or whatever they're calling it, is smoking, even if the characters don't even know right from bong. I'm glad they were able to weed out the boring parts of the movie and roll right to the parts where I was bowled over laughing. And boy, did my joints hurt from fun. Weed ganja, sticky icky, Snoop Dogg 420, 2 thumbs up, and 1 thumb pinching a dank blunt.
God damn it, Brian. You didn't even see this movie. You had one assignment this week. Go see We're the Millers, report back with a movie review.
Yep, totally missed it. Actually, I never even made it out of the parking lot. That's how much I care. In fact, I forgot we were even doing Up at Noon today. Brat, f***ing brat.
Ryan Altano, everybody. Thank you for wasting all of our time. Man, we sure talk about drugs a lot in this show. Speaking of drugs, Gregway, I'm straight up addicted to the Infamous franchise. Here to tell me all about the series debut on the PlayStation 4 is Second Son director Nate Fox. As I live and breathe, Nate Fox. Hey, how are we? The politician. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're getting frisky right off the bat. I like that a lot.
You got strong forearms.
Thank you. I've been practicing. It's really just this one. It's really just this one that's in shape. But that's a story for another time. Infamous Second Son. You're back with the Infamous games. I'm a big Infamous fan. I'm not sure if you know this about me.
I've heard that.
Okay. How, after E3, were you excited? Were you scared? Because you're the one PS4 game that everybody's talking about that it looks really, really good.
We were excited. I mean, we're super excited.
Yeah, but now you got all this pressure. People are watching what you're doing now.
It's fuel. I mean, fear makes you great. You, of all people, should know this.
Yep. That's why I'm a real good runner. That's why I'm in shape. No,
you don't want to do a good job when people expect good things, and I don't know. I'd rather have the pressure than not.
Right. So was it weird coming onto the PlayStation 4? Was there apprehension? Did you think about doing another Infamous game on PS3 since you knew that system so well?
Oh, no. It was pretty cool. Because we're with Sony, we got a chance to kind of get in on the ground floor. And as you might imagine, everybody wants to get their hands on a PlayStation 4. So getting in early meant we could see what the hardware does and make things that people haven't seen before.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay.
Well, you wouldn't want... All right, seriously, if I give you the opportunity to have a PS4 a year and a half ago, at least the concept of what it was going to be, you wouldn't have done it?
No, I would have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why you said it like that. That's kind of
Well,
creepy.
I'm just saying, because, it's like, who wouldn't want to do that?
Was there a learning curve to getting up and running with this platform, this brand new thing?
For sure. I went to art school, so I don't have a clue what they do to make that stuff work.
Yeah.
But, yes.
Okay.
They're just a ton of things making a game, right? And you got it, like, there's the music, and then there's the abilities and the levels and art and blah, maybe you don't know.
I've never made a game, believe
You've never
it or
made
not.
a game?
Yeah.
You should just do it for fun so that you can ask probing questions to guys like me.
I'm doing them right now.
Yeah, I mean, you could probe deeper. Oh, dude, I saw you put Batman on your lap.
You jealous?
I'm just saying,
Let's just see where this
you
interview
are a
goes.
filthy guy.
It's true. It's true. Maybe after a few drinks, I'll show you how deep I probe. Now,
that reminds me.
yeah.
Can you guess what my favorite scene in Infamous 2 is?
Yeah, it's Zeke and Cole kicking back a few brews on the roof.
I was thinking we might try and emulate that right now.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So this one's for you.
Okay.
This one's for me.
Okay.
And we're going to race.
We're gonna race through the 24 packs and talk about Infamous Second Son.
Well, do you remember what happened in that cutscene?
Yeah, they both fall asleep up there.
Exactly.
So it's a race to fall asleep.
Well, we'll bond, dude.
I've known you for like 6 years.
Aren't you ready for it?
To bond?
Yeah, man.
Well, I would. Cheers.
Cheers.
To Infamous Second Son. So now we're gonna ruin some Infamous 2 stuff here. If you haven't, I've spent my entire career here at IGN telling you to play Infamous games. If you haven't, you're just f***ing up, and I'm not sorry. Was it hard to decide that you were gonna do a new character for this game? It's not Cole this time around.
No, it's not. So I'm gonna go on your ruining Infamous 2
please,
for people. Okay, so at the end of Infamous 2, we gave players this big choice, right? Mm-hmm. They could heroically sacrifice the main character, or they could...
Best character in gaming. Behind Elena Fisher.
He could die. He would die, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you were doing the right thing, he'd die. Or you could selfishly keep him alive. And we looked at the trophy data to see what people did.
Yeah.
And the majority of people decided to sacrifice him, so we said... In a series about like choice and consequences, let's just do what people chose to do.
Gotcha.
So we iced him.
He's really dead. Because there's a lightning bolt at the end that kind of looks like a 3.
No, I get it. In kind of the comic book genre, only Uncle Ben is really ever dead.
Sure, yeah.
Add to that, Cole McGrath.
Cole McGrath, wow, that's sad.
Do you want to pour a beer out on this carpet for him?
I'm pretty sure Dave Toole will get mad at me if I do that. I'll pour it out into this black bag. It's for Cole. It's a weird interview. Okay, so I said, was it hard to move on from Cole? You say no, but you also then bring up these trophy data. What if the trophy data swung the other way? Cole survives. He's pretty much the beast walking around.
Yes. So I'll be honest. When writing those endings, the evil ending was the one I had kind of intended to make the next game with.
Yeah.
Because it sets up the world in a good way for a lot of like people with powers to be out. And
Yeah.
Cole's a dick, and humanity hates conduits and all that. But it was kind of funky and cool that people decided to do the other thing. And it let us create a whole new character, Delsin Rowe, with all new powers and all new city, new origin story, which is always fun.
Mm-hmm. What is it? Give me the rundown here. My mom's watching home. She doesn't play Infamous either for some reason.
Well, can I play with this?
Yeah, please do.
All right, so if this is the world of Infamous,
Right.
Infamous Second Son is this.
Whoa! It's a bigger world.
It's a bigger world. It's made out of plastic. The game takes place 7 years after what happened in Infamous 2.
Yeah.
And anyone with anyone with powers is kind of like the boogeyman. And our hero discovers he's got these abilities and is kind of hunted by the state. And in order to kind of help the people he cares about, he has to hunt down other people with powers to help him out. But the deal is, Rowe has the best superpower of them all. Do you know what that is?
He's like Rogue.
Right, exactly. So if he can lay hands on other conduits,
Sounds sexy.
he can take... Don't Batman me!
I'm not. We're having fun.
All right. I got to catch up. So
I can tell you more stories about my mom if you want.
So if he can lay hands on other people with powers, he can take them and kind of absorb them
Yeah.
for himself.
Does he sound like that when he does it?
Yeah, that's the power voice.
Goo, I'm flaking.
But it's great. So in the first time ever in the series, the hero has a variety of different powers. So when you change what powers you're using, you change your play style.
A lot of people are asking on Twitter about this. I tweet on the show.
I can imagine.
Who's going to be on? Can you announce any other powers here?
I-
We know smoke.
I can't.
You got to have ice back. You got to have electricity back. Yeah, drink if it's true. There it is. How hard is it to manage that from a gameplay perspective as far as being able to switch on the fly? It's not hard? Okay.
No, it's pretty easy. It's good. Actually, our big focus on this new game was trying to streamline the controls as much as possible.
Oh, really?
So that you can do kind of complex combos with different powers. Because I don't know about you, like that's like this kind of a superhuman fantasy, right?
Right.
Like I'm gonna boost this guy up in the air, I'm gonna zap him, I'm gonna kick the other dude in the face, and then I'm gonna jump off a building and soar away.
Sure. That sounds right. I'd like to do that.
You've had that thought, right?
Yeah, of course.
So we want to make it really easy to do this. And it's fun. It's fun to cruise around with powers. Who wouldn't want them?
Yeah. All right, so I'm already getting the wrap-up sign, but we're continuing to drink beer, so I'm going to go as fast as I can here on a few quick-fire things. A lot of questions on Twitter about this, right? Explain to people, you are a first-party studio. You are owned by Sony, Sucker Punch. Not you personally. You're not a slave or anything. You can do whatever you want. They own the Infamous property then as well, right?
Yeah.
Sucker Punch as a studio doesn't own Infamous. What do you know about a Vita game? We all know one's got to be coming. The Vita needs it bad. There's so many stories to tell. You got what happened between Empire City and New Marais. You got all this Cole stuff you can do there. Eric Layden, he needs a check. We got to get him some
Man,
work.
that guy's got talent.
Yeah, I know.
He will never be out of work.
True. So what do you know about a Vita game? Anybody working on a Vita game? Why didn't you work on a Vita game?
Because I got to make Second Son. It's the ultimate superhero game. You know that.
It's a PR answer if I've ever heard one.
I know. I asked my my PR friend how I can most efficiently dodge questions like that.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to say, that sounds interesting. I'll tell you more later.
Oh, okay. That's good enough for me right now.
Yeah. Did it work?
Yeah, that's good. Well, I mean, I knew you can't answer, but then if I don't ask the question, kids in the comments go, "Why didn't you ask a question about the Vita?" I'm like, "Cause I can't." Also, what have you thought about for online or multiplayer? The beers are working. Because the last Infamous 2, you had, of course, had your user-generated content where you could make your own levels and share them that way. That was kind of your not workaround, but a way to extend the experience for other people. Are you looking into something like that for Second Son?
Right now, we're just talking about kind of the mainline story, which it is, right? It's a big story.
Right.
And because it's an Infamous game, we want to provide a lot of choices, and all those choices have pretty deep consequences, so it's a very big game to make. and that's just what we're kind of showing off right now.
So interestingly enough, you are still doing choices in this one with Delsin.
Oh yeah. That's an infamous pillar.
Okay.
If you can't screw yourself over by becoming a very evil, kind of malignant person, I see it in your eyes. This is a safe environment where you can live out your evil fantasies. Then we're screwing up. We gotta give that to you.
Okay. Well, I believe on the live stream we did at E3, it was confirmed February for Infamous Second Son, correct?
I don't know.
I remember
exactly.
your PR guy ran up on the stage and said that, I thought. If not, first half of the year, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
We'll get it
First
out.
quarter.
All right, well, give me another cheers there.
Cheers.
The Infamous Second Son. Nate, thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you.
That's our show, everybody. A huge thank you to Batman himself, Roger Craig Smith, Brian Altano, Nate Fox, and you, my smoky conduit audience. If you want to be in that audience, go.ign.com/up@noon for details. As always, Brian and I will be responding to comments the first hour this video is live, so come tell us your favorite Infamous moment. Mine is every time Zeke is on the screen because it gives fat guys like me hope. We'll be back Monday with Eternal Darkness and Shadow of the Eternals' Dennis Dyack. But until then, I'm going back to bed. DaveFenoy.com.